What's going on YouTube? Dapper Dan here. Beautiful day here in Colorado. It is a little warm, but not too bad. And today we are going to do a 1,500 mile review, 1,500 miles with my 2023 Zero FXE. I wanted to do a 1,000 mile review, but I've just been so busy that I didn't even notice when it passed 1,000 miles. So instead, we're doing a 1,500 mile review, and 1,563 miles is what we're at. So the things that I was a little weary about in the first ride was the width of the bike. It was definitely a couple inches wider than what I was used to on my old FXS, but I've gotten used to it now and it's nothing now. So that has definitely resolved itself, and I feel like this bike is awesome now. The width is just fine. I would prefer it to be the smaller size of this FXS, but I do realize that the extra width is for the plastic cover that's over the battery on this. It is not good for the batteries to be exposed to direct sunlight for long periods of time, and the FXS, the batteries were just exposed. It was just metal case surrounding the batteries, holding them in, and that's it. There was nothing covering the batteries. This has a cover to help shield the batteries from the sunlight, which I definitely think is a very good idea. And the other thing I was a little leery about was the dash. The things that we're displaying in the dash. I still have not figured out how to do this percent here equals however many miles are left, but I was able to change this one up here to however many miles are left, so that's not a big deal. And the ones I ended up changing to the range in miles remaining and average watts per mile. I felt like those two were the most important ones, so those are the ones that I decided to set it to, as you guys saw in my walkthrough of the TFT-2 videos ago. And one thing I really like about this bike is the new LED headlight. How it's one single bulb, and it's super bright. I've ridden this at night a couple times now. It is leaps and bounds way better than the old halogen one that was on the FXS, and it's just so much better. LED is definitely the way to go, and I like that it's a single headlight and not small dual ones like the old FXS was. In my opinion, everything should be a single headlight except for sport bikes. Those are the only things that should have dual headlights. And one thing that still kind of is a little upsetting is the front fender, the wheel that goes over the wheel. That I do wish it had the back portion of that, because when it rains, and for whatever reason it's been a lot of rain this year, there's water flying up and hitting my shoes. So I do wish that there was the back portion of that front fender. One thing I was a little weirded out about was the length of the tail. The tail on this is not as long as the old FXS, and I've gotten used to that now. It's not like I ever carried anything back there anyway, so that the main part of that is for extra storage, but I hardly ever carry anything back there. I carry most of my stuff up here with me, right in front of me. And speaking of carrying stuff up here, I already scratched it right there. There's a little tiny scratch. I guess one of the things I was carrying somehow scratched the paint, so I'll have to figure out a way to repair that, I guess, but I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. The old FXS was just plastics. There was no paint on it, so yeah, that was a little bit better in terms of carrying stuff, but it's not a big deal. Like I said, I'll figure it out. And that's pretty much it. This is still my favorite bike. Oh, and one last thing, the one accessory that I'm getting for this bike, I ordered on the day after I got this bike, and it's been on back order the entire time. It's still on back order as far as I know, because I still haven't gotten it. So I do have one accessory mod on the way that is coming, and it'll be here eventually. As far as range, this does get similar range to the old FXS. It's a little bit worse because I don't have the windscreen, but since I don't have a long commute anymore, I figured I don't need the windscreen. Oh, nice, a Cobra. So I like the look without the windscreen. And yeah, so the range is similar. The windscreen is supposed to add 5% to the range, but I never tested it without the windscreen, so I can't know for sure. And that is pretty much it, you guys. That's everything that I can think of. Every day when I'm leaving work, some kid always tells me to rev it up, but like, I can't, it's electric. So yeah, you guys, I've had this for about 2 months now and put 1,500 miles on it, so that is my 1,500 mile review of my 2023 Zero FXE. This bike is so awesome. I ride it everywhere in the city. If I would not take it to Denver. I could take it to Denver, I could make it there fine, but I would have to find someplace secure to charge it where somebody isn't gonna unplug it, and I'll be stranded there because I don't have enough range to make it back. So for long trips like that, I'll take the Harley. So there you guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If you really enjoyed the video, share it with a friend, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Later.